MLD video for today.
What? Damn, nigga. Damn. Yeah, okay. What's up? What's up?
I came across this video of this guy, and I've seen his videos before, like different videos, and I'm sure you've seen him too somewhere. He explains everything in 60 seconds, so he's pretty quick about it. So I'm gonna try to go not exactly point by point because it says like a lot of things like really really fast. So I'll just try to like pick up a few things and that I want to talk about. And these are really like hard pill to swallow. Most of these are hard pill to swallow for us men because it talks about lust, and it's really like, you know what I'm saying, it's really something that messes up a lot of our lives as men, bro.
Message.
Because it puts us in situations that if we were just disciplined enough, smart enough, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't be in those situations.
Those are straight facts.
You know. So I'll try to go point by point, not point by point because it says a lot of things really fast. So I'll try to pick a few things here and there and talk about it. But yeah, let's start.
It took me almost 10 years to realize that lust was becoming a part of my identity. But I'm going to explain it to you in 60 seconds. Let's do it. Number one, I used to call it being a man. Whole time, it was just undisciplined desire with a freaking beard. Number two, I disguise lust as biology. Bro, it's natural. Yeah, so is fucking anger. That doesn't mean you let it run your fucking life.
So the first two things he says is that, you know, he used to call it being a man, but it's really undisciplined desire. And, you know, it's like I said, it's something that, you know, we're not, as men, we're not really taught to control ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you're young and you're just learning that, you don't really think about, not really teaches you that, even though, you know, it's part of being a man, you know, wanting to, you know, clap or whatever, you still have to like be disciplined enough to control it. This is why a lot of guys do crazy stuff. And, you know, I don't know, maybe it's, you know, my mindset these days, but like I try to like relate everything to money. Think about it. Like, let's say you have all the money in the world. If you're not disciplined, bro, you gotta lose everything. You gotta lose all the money you have. You're gonna lose it, bro. And that's just the same thing. So, you know, pill number one, I should say. You got to be more disciplined, bro. It's not, stop using that it's a man thing. No, you got to be more disciplined, bro. Let's continue.
Number three, I confused attraction with fucking validation. If she wanted me, I felt powerful. If she didn't, I felt so fucking small. That's not masculinity. That's insecurity in disguise, bro. The
other thing he says is he used to confuse attraction with validation. When she likes me, I felt powerful. When she didn't like me, I felt, he feels small. And that's a big one, bro. That's a big one. And this is what I've been saying lately in my videos, my shorts mostly, is you cannot let these women run your life, bro.
Message.
You know what I'm saying? You cannot be like expecting her to, if she says yes, your life is great. If she says no, your life is miserable. You stop giving women all this power. Not just women, anyone. No one should have all this power in your life, in how you feel about yourself. You know, if you post a picture and people don't like it, or you get 1 like or 2 likes, you get upset and you get depressed. Really, bro? You're a man and you're depressed because people didn't like your picture or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You cannot let, you know, women, I would say women mostly because that's what we care about, but cannot let them run your life. You know what I'm saying? It's just you know what I'm saying? Be confident. If she doesn't like you, another girl will like you. If she didn't like that picture, another girl will like that picture, bro. Keep that in mind. Damn.
Hey, man, I hope you're enjoying the video, but, you know, it's about that time. It's about that time we got to do a little promo. Yeah, I know, it sucks, but it'll be fast. Anyways, check me out on all other social medias. Just check on my description. You'll see everything. I also started streaming now daily. So if you want to see a little bit of the background and everything like that, you know, what I do when I'm not on your screen like this, check out my second channel, man. That's where I do all my streams every day. So check that out, and yeah, back to the video.
4, I realized lust just keeps you fucking shallow. You start seeing bodies instead of fucking souls, moments instead of legacy, pleasure instead of fucking purpose.
The other thing he says is that lust just makes you see people as makes you shallow because you just see bodies, you don't see souls, and that is facts, bro. It's, even for me, bro. Even for me, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect or whatever. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like when my hair's kind of crazy. My bad. When I watched this video, it took me a minute because I remember where I was exactly when I watched this video because I was like, we were like booking a hotel room because we were stuck in Texas, in Houston, coming back. And you know what I'm saying? When when you're in a rush, but a video catches your attention, this one caught my attention. I had to like stop and sit down and like save the video because I wanted to watch it later and really, make a video about it because yeah, bro. When lust runs your life, you don't see women as people. You don't see women as people. You see them just as like something to get you know what I'm saying? Get your thing off. And that is not how you should see people, bro. People are people. You know what I'm saying? There's more to that. You know what I'm saying? There's more to that than in a person, in women. But anyways, man, let's continue.
Number 5, discipline changed everything. Delayed gratification built confidence. Restraint built clarity. Self-control built respect for myself first.
The other thing he says is discipline changed everything. And again, I'm gonna turn this back to money, bro. When you're disciplined, bro, your life is gonna change. And you know what I'm saying? Women, money, everything. The gym, just your goals, your ambitions, just be disciplined about it, bro. Like if you say, okay, I'm gonna do this, do it. I'm not gonna do this, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Just be disciplined. And again, I'm not perfect, bro. There's a lot of things that I want to stop doing, and I'm trying to stop, and it's just kind of hard, bro. But I'm trying, and I'm trying to be disciplined about it. It's not easy. But one thing I learned is that trying to stop something cold turkey it makes it harder than what it is, than how it should be. So you should start slowly. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, for example, my issue is like sweets. You know what I'm saying? Like ice cream, cookies, all that stuff. It's not necessarily bad. It's just when you eat too much of it, it's not good for you. You know what I'm saying? And like diabetes is in my family, bro. So I gotta keep an eye on that. So I try to cut back on sugar and stuff like that. And like I said, it's not easy, but I'm trying. I try to cut it down a little bit, like drinking pop, all that stuff, all this just sugar everywhere. But America doesn't make it easy, bro. And my lifestyle also doesn't really help. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always on a run, going to work and stuff, and I'm not the type of person that's gonna meal prep or whatever. I'm not that guy. I just go to the store, grab something quick, and go to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of person. And again, I got something I gotta work on. But let's continue.
And number 6, I learned being a man isn't about how many women you can attract. It's about what you can build, protect, and fucking commit to. And to wrap all of this up, lust isn't identity, it's fucking impulse. And if impulse runs your life, you will always feel empty after the fucking high. Boom.
And then the last thing he says is that being a man is not about how many women you can get. It's about what he said at the end. My bad. Let me just go back quick. My bad. Yeah, being a man is not about how many women you get. It's about what you can build, protect, and commit to. And yeah, again, it's one of those things. And like having kids, bro, like changes everything. Having kids changes everything. And I'm not saying you should have kids. I'm just saying that when you do have kids, your perspective about life, about everything just changes, because you know that it's not all about you anymore. You know that you're not really number one anymore. You're not priority anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're priority, but you're not number one. You got to think about, whatever decision I make, how is that going to affect my kids? If I do this, how is that going to affect the kids? And that's what I'm saying. And the other thing too, I think the overall message here is like, there's more to the world than women. There's more to the world than clapping cheeks, bro. And that's shouldn't be a hard pill to swallow, but it is for a lot of us, because a lot of us, that's our focus, right? And you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that you got to grow from that. That's all I'm saying. You got to grow from that, because like I said, there's more to the world than women, and getting that girl that you really want. But yeah, man, I hope this video hit you hard, bro, like it hit me, because it's as a man, there's a lot of things that you have to learn, and you have to really know, because sooner or later you're gonna have a kid, and you're gonna have a daughter or whatever, and you're gonna have to give him those lessons that you learn. And if you didn't learn anything, you're just gonna give him the wrong message. You don't want to you don't want to do that. So like I said, I hope this video hit you hard like it hit me, and I hope it helps you change your life. Anyways, man, that's it for today. Peace.